In a jacket that my grandmother gave me the first time I wrote a play, I have a handkerchief that my parents gave me because my parents always have one and offer to strangers whenever they would cry. I have a necklace of the Tree of Life that's I was given to by a random guy in San Francisco who said that it might one day save my life. Whether or not that's the case, I don't know. But you are about to see a scene from an original play that I wrote called Echoes of Emily. There is something a little bit weird about this play because I started writing it and then I started thinking about how I wanted to present it, and I think I stumbled on a new devising method. So I took some turns. I took a little swerves around the road, but I think I came up with this method that the working title of it is Theatre of the Impulsive. You can understand why, considering how half of that what I just said is on the script here, and half of it I was like, let's just see how this goes. If you guys are willing to indulge me for a quick moment before I have my actors come out and do a stage reading, I'd like to describe to you a little bit about this possible new devising method and the weird little bits of my life that have inspired it. If you say no, then we can also skip to the thing.
Yeah, Peter. Yes,
Awesome.
Peter.
So, anyone who looks at me knows that, or anyone who knows me, if you look at me, if you know me, then you know that I'm a fan of pro wrestling.
Yes.
And something just flew into my mouth. You know I'm a fan of pro wrestling. You know that I like to think of pro wrestling as a way of theater. It has all the costumes, all the music, all the story elements, and it helped me and my dad bond when I was younger. When researching for an experimental theater piece, I came across this one book called Theater Performance and Professional Wrestling. And in one of the luchadors that they actually interviewed described the difference between theater and performance in the act of blading. Now, for those of you who don't know, blading is when a wrestler hides a razor blade in either the gauze around their wrist, or a referee will hand it off to them, and they will be asked to nick their forehead. Now, if done right, it is relatively painless, but it will produce a good amount of blood, which will increase the tension of a match, increase the suspense, the drama, whatever you want to call it. And how they describe how this relates to theater and performance is theater is when you are asked to get a prop blade, nick a blood pack, and then you express to the audience, I am experiencing pain right now. Whereas with performance, you are asked to get a real blade, cut your own skin, and have your blood fall down your face as you display yourself to the audience and experience that pain. Now, I'm not going to be cutting my cast. I promise you that. It's a little too late for that. But I was also inspired by Dr. McAvoy's theater history class, where we discussed ancient Egyptian theater and theater in Mesoamerica, where they would do religious rituals, where they would go through the history of a certain tale or myth in their religion. One of these was the tale of the Sprites. In it, they describe how he was murdered by his brother Seth, and then how his son Horus actually avenged him. In this ritual, they actually go to every location in the Southwest Nile, and this can take days, even weeks, to perform. And as they do so, everyone engages in real battle, everyone engages in sailing the ships, and they are accompanied by the spirits. There is the emulation in theater, there is the experience in performance, there is pretending, and then there is participating. There is being complicit and letting yourself just rattle off a bunch of lines, and then there's being conscious and letting yourself experience yourself in this weird trifecta among the character, the actor, and the audience. I was actually able to experience this back in October when me and one of my castmates in the play Everybody, Noah Delgado, he and I were doing this one scene where he and I tossed around a ball and then placed it on the stand. Only thing is, one show, the stand broke. Thanks, Noah. He didn't mean it, I think. But essentially, the ball would just roll off and start to trickle off right over there on that stage, because we performed it here in the Lyceum. And I was like, we have to save that ball. It's crucial to the show. Not really, but you know what? That's how we view theater. And so I batted it back to the wings over there. However, one time, a couple of moments later, when Noah sits me down and I'm facing the crowd, much like I am in this certain fashion, he is delivering this monologue about how he doesn't want to die and how he needs someone to accompany him about to go on. And this little blue ball trickles back onto stage. And then he just turns around and in a manner that I can't even hope to emulate, he just turns and says, "What the fuck?" and punts the ball away. We're laughing, the crowd is laughing, and in that moment our characters are laughing. Again, it's that trifecta of audience, actor, and character. And so essentially what I was trying to do with this piece was see how we can emulate that. How can we be impulsive on stage? How can we be conscious of ourselves as performers on stage? And we did that at a read-through party where I invited people over, gave them a little food, gave them a little drink, non-alcoholic, I swear. Anyway, and it led to us using a toy guillotine as a clapperboard whenever people did gibberish instead of the lines. We talked about the true story of how Taco Bell and Boy terrorized the whole community in California. We talked about how we attempted to have Quentin Tarantino and Walt Disney be unfrozen and sue us into the ground. Yeah, maybe there was a little alcohol. However, the actors were trading roles, they were caring for one another and their characters. The actors never gave weight to the characters. The characters never were altered drastically. They existed simultaneously. So Theatre of the Impulsive is not advocating for the lack of preparation, it is advocating for participation. That was a big pop. We do not need to just read lines off the script and have a passive mind. We are active, we are conscious. I am responding to you guys right now. I am seeing you all right now, and I am adjusting as such. I promise I didn't plan for that thing to fly in my mouth earlier. I've done a similar thing here tonight, where I've told my cast that there is no audition, there is no formal rehearsals, there is no memorization required. How they deliver the lines and move out the stages of their own impulse to do so, just like how we see impulse come into the play itself. They would read the scene 2 from the play. This is where the character Emily is telling about her Uncle Gene's surprise birthday party that her mom and dad are currently planning. Thank you for indulging this weird kid, but I hope you enjoy Echoes of Emily. The Halloween party Emily was at starts the play. The scene then changes into a small college apartment. A few bookshelves filled with various trinkets and merchandise from TV shows and movies stock the walls. Mismatched furniture from relatives and a garage sale arch around the TV and a stand with small board games and video games underneath. A coffee table is covered in mail and weird Takashi mugs. Edgar and Langston are in the room blowing up balloons, while Amanda is hanging streamers and decorations. Emily, who has not left the scene from the Halloween party, reflects back and is watching the environment. The others cannot hear or see her.
It's June 10th. My dad, Edgar, is 24 at the time, living in Tempe, Arizona, entering his 6th year of trying to complete his bachelor's degree in theater. He failed a few classes, but he works at the movie theater to make ends meet. Over there is my mom, Amanda-Sheilah Utley, currently my dad's roommate, but they've had an off again, on again thing for a few years now. Sadly, at that time, they're off. Mom is working a steady job as a cashier in a grocery store just a block away, but she's working on her master's in journalism. She's actually met my dad in high school when the school came to the musical on a musical he was in. She said that she's never met a worse singer, but she's never seen a better show up. And then there's Edgar. Edgar's half brother, my uncle Langston. He works as a cook at a pizza place across town. He plays football in high school, but he tore his ACL his senior year, and now he's studying sports management. If he couldn't play, he's at least going to be in the stadium. But now, and no matter how much he could work out, Langston had one more weakness: birthday balloons.
Langston then loses control over a balloon he's been trying to blow up as it jets across the room and gets lost in other complicated balloons on the floor.
Oh my god, it's not that hard. What are you doing that I'm not? You just gotta blow it up.
Oh god! Seriously? What was I thinking? Blowing up a balloon to your mouth? That is quite the innovation.
Edgar grabs the balloon from Langston and blows it up with ease.
Just like that.
I mean, Gene's turning 27. We actually had to do all this.
Why not? It's fun to do little surprises like this. Edgar, are you sure he's still on his way? Yeah, his shift is almost up. I left my water bottle in the break room and asked
He's at the door.
He won't. I told him I'd pay for gas, and so he has to come in and pick up the money himself.
And his gift? You got it?
Well, I think the delivery got delayed, but I'm sure I'll like it when it comes in. Did you get him anything?
Hell yeah. Check it out.
Amanda pulls out a snow globe of a cowboy on horseback riding to an old saloon.
What is that? A dumb cowboy in a snow globe?
A dumb cowboy in a snow globe? It's a collectible from his favorite TV show, Icy Outlaw.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Icy Outlaw? It's an award-winning sci-fi where there's a humble rancher trying to discover what's causing a strange, unrelenting blizzard that's destroying his way of life.
Nah.
You've never heard of Icy Outlaw? Okay. It's the tale of Johnny Anders, a simple man having to turn a life of crime to desperate need to uncover the dark secrets hidden on all the shops, the stables, and the saloons of New Copperland.
No.
You've never heard of Icy Outlaw? The epic Anders joins forces with Susie, the bounty hunter, hiding her past, Dan Payson, an illegal moonshine smuggler running from the law, and Roman Morris, a professional trapper who's slowly losing his sanity in the wilderness. Those four trudging through the blistering cold, stifling through the snow in a desperate need for answers.
Yeah,
I think I've seen that one.
Really?
No.
Guys, at least I got him a gift.
Who says I didn't get him a gift?
You?
Of course. I didn't. Why would I?
Guys, why would you? He's your friend.
I mean, he's closer with you and Edgar.
That's so fucked. He gave you a gift.
Yeah, well, good for him, but that's not me.
Guys, so you would let him spend money on you, but not the other way around?
Yes, because I feel something as intangible and sentimental as a friendship can transcend monetary value and be appreciated by our interest and experiences.
So you're using psychological jargon to define why you're an asshole?
Yes, because I can be psychological as fuck.
Guys! There's someone in the driveway.
The trio goes quiet and listens for the approaching footsteps. Langston lunges for lights and bursts into the shoe closet by the door. Edgar turns behind one of the bookshelves and Amanda leaps over the sofa to duck on the other side. Less to be time efficient and more to add some flair. Emily doesn't hide. They can't hear or see her. After a few seconds, the door opens and Sylvia and Jess enter with two gifts.
Hey guys! That's Jean.
Surprise!
Oh!
Sylvia throws a quick one right between Langston's eyes as he tumbles back into the closet.
And that's my dear auntie. It's just Sylvia and Jess. Just Sylvia? Jess? How could you ever look at the two of us and be disappointed? Oh, shut up and come here.
Amanda pulls Sylvia into an embrace as they share a quick conversation. Emily speaks.
Sylvia is the youngest out of Langston-Rishabh. She's the kind of person who will always offer you a warm hug, a glass of water, or the heads of your enemies on the stick. If you ask nicely.
Amanda then moves on to Jess.
Hey babe, how you doing? Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Jess is a film student who has shared a few classes with Edgar. She finds herself making numerous shorts of Sylvia either in front of the camera or beside Jess backstage. Jess will tell you that Sylvia is the best news you can ask for. Sylvia will tell you that Jess is the best anchor you could ever need.
Did you already come?
No, he must be running a little late.
Langston is stumbling out of the shoe closet.
And maybe find a better hiding spot next time. One out of my wingspan.
Why would you swing at me to begin with?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, next time some dude hops out and screams at me, I'll hear them out first. What do you think was gonna happen?
That some stoner boy with your brother's water bottle was gonna come.
Oh, he's just mad he didn't get Gina a gift.
You didn't get Gina a gift?
And he hasn't seen Icy Outlaw.
You haven't seen the Icy Outlaw?
It's not that big of a deal.
It's a big fucking deal!
Okay, stop yelling at me, okay?
I just hope you're okay with being the only one who didn't get him a gift.
I'm not the only one.
Dude, Amanda and I got him a gift.
Sylvia and I each got him something.
You got him 2 gifts.
So there's 2 of us.
Then give me one of yours.
What's that?
I mean, you got him 2!
There's 2 of us.
You guys aren't like best friends or anything.
You think just because we are
best friends with Gene, we wouldn't bring him gifts to his birthday?
No.
Yes, he does. Like, since Gene and I barely talk outside of this group, that doesn't mean I don't want to show him my value of friendship. We're all friends. We don't need to put our friendship on tiers.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Jess takes a step towards Langston and places a hand on his shoulder.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I want you to hold up and the cabinet.
Langston runs into the kitchen off stage.
It's just tequila! And you can always get more. He's not gonna notice.
It's halfway gone! It's still tequila! Just tell him you forgot.
Fuck that, I got him tequila! Yeah, something like tequila! It's not that hard. What did you two get him in with?
I got a mid-hunter lieutenant.
And I got a replica sword used in the samurai experience.
The fuck? Why would you get him some random garbage?
That's what he likes.
He really likes that shirt?
Yes!
What a weird dude. Like, it almost sounds like he just gravitates to two things smashed together and packaged as something new and cool.
Gene enters with a water ball in hand. Langston doesn't notice. Amanda and Sylvia seem to want to say something, but they are stopped by Edgar and Jess.
Like, I remember a friend telling me about this article in it where everything was a remix, adaptation, or combination of something that came before. Original is just a term for choosing an uncommon combination of tools and techniques that every creator has.
Gene gets closer as the others pretend to nod in agreement.
Yeah, now that I think of it, does that make everything weird? And if so, how I suppose it does. Like this is subjective, right? If there was a correct way to paint a painting, wouldn't we all be painting the same painting? A lot of people like spicy food, but I don't. Is that the same? I'm not rambling.
Gene places his hand on Langston's shoulder.
Yes, you are. Shit. Happy birthday, bro! Fuck yeah, tequila.
It's already over.
Because I couldn't wait to celebrate my brother's birthday. Oh god. Surprise!
Gene, a bit unsure of what to do with himself, looks around and decides to pretend he's surprised.
Oh my god! Wow! How sweet!
You aren't surprised?
Edgar, I have never seen you in the same room as a sports water bottle. Much less one you bring to work, leave in the break room, and become so concerned about it, you ask me to bring it instead of you waiting to pick it up tomorrow. But that being said, you should always stay hydrated.
So, you knew about this the whole time?
Yeah, but, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, my friend was acting weird on my birthday and invited me to his place with everyone, parked in the driveway. You guys did great. It's just really hard to pull off a surprise party.
So you made it.
Do I hate surprises? Yes. Do I hate parties? Depends. But do I hate you guys? No. I love you guys. You're great.
Aw, Gene.
She and Sylvia come up to Gene and give him a hug, only to be cut off by Langston. The others give quick eye rolls as they join the group hug. It's simple, a bit much, but it's friendly and genuine. They continue to embrace and greet each other as Emily looks towards the audience.
And that's the family. My mom, my dad, Sylvia, Langston, Jess, and Gene. This group of friends is trying to find their place in this crazy world. Getting through every challenge and obstacle with their combination of diverse perspectives, ideologies, skill sets to succeed as individuals and as a unit. And Gene fucked it up in one sentence.
Alright. Guys ready to go?
What?
You guys are packed up, right?
Like your presents?
No, like your bags. For the trip.
haven't told me anything.
Yes, I have. I probably have. I should have. Fuck.
Gene, what are you going on about?
Okay, so I may have stolen my grandpa's RV with good intentions. I mean, he doesn't use the thing. He practically always says I should take it. Like, listen, every time I bring it up, he's like, you know, RV actually stands for ruined vacation. So like,
Why did you just ask for it then?
because he always thinks I'll take it on some crazy impulsive adventure or something.
Oh, like you're planning to do?
Yeah, like taking on some crazy impulsive adventure or something. What?
Well, what
I
kind
didn't say it was wrong.
Okay, but what kind of adventure? Like a trip to Vegas?
No. Something better. Memorable. Enough experiences to last a lifetime. Y'all ever heard of the 27 Club?
Gene, no. Wait, what's that? It's this like dumb way that people glorify dying prematurely. It's just the premature death of performers.
The 27 Club is a group of performers who prematurely died at the age of 27. Much like myself.
Whoa. Gene?
Wait, no. Okay, no. No, I didn't mean it like that. Okay, listen, we have no idea when we're gonna die, right? Like no idea. And we just don't. And I was listening to a playlist the other day, and there were all these songs, like 3 in a row, from all of these artists who died at the same age. And just wait, you know, like not saying that I want to do the same, but if I'm worthy enough to outlast so many talented people, shouldn't I have a life worth living?
I mean, yes, but why does it require us dying along?
To make it happen. I don't need to see some old buildings to take a picture in front of, or like a street sign or something. I need to make a lifetime of memories. And quite frankly, nobody has ever had a cool story that starts, so there I was, sitting alone.
Gene, this is so sweet, but this is also crazy. Yeah, and pointless. You can't measure and compare your life based on stuff. You can't compare your life to others based on what they've done and what you've done. There's no point system. Life is just what you do, and there's not really any rhyme or reason as to why. You really want to do this?
Yes.
Edgar.
We can just.
Hey. You really want to do it? You're my best friend, and I want to help.
Really, man?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go too.
Yes. Peer pressure, yes!
I mean, well, we have points on the vacation, and you can make sure that Gene doesn't get arrested along the way.
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, Langston!
I'm the only one who says no, then I'm the asshole.
Alright, let's go.
Whoa. We need to plan this out. We have jobs. 2 weeks? It's 2 weeks, then it's all sorted and packed.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, okay. 2 weeks. I think I can hide the RV for 2 weeks. Okay, find a nice back alley, covered in funky smells and, you know, weird shadows. I'll see y'all then.
Gene starts to head to the door, and just before exiting, he turns to the others.
Hey, I'm not planning on dying anytime soon, but by chance I do. I love you guys.
Everyone says they feel the same way before Gene leaves the house.
He didn't open his gifts.
The tequila, no?
More cake for us.
According to Aunt Sylvia, that was the best cake she's ever had. According to Aunt Jess, Sylvia had her slice, Jean's slice, and a little bit of Jess's too.
And this week. Thank you, folks.